of words that flew across borders are fired. Stories short and long, wrapped in bundles of words, broken and dissected as it is, except misheard. This is the news as it is.
Wow. Please say no to illegal bushmeat and report wildlife crime, because poaching steals from us all.
On the news tonight, 24 abducted, including pregnant women, as bandits launch another deadly attack in Niger State. Senate commences process of amending nation's Terrorism Act as lawmakers pass amendment bill through first reading. Inspector General of Police confirms over 11,000 police personnel recalled following escort withdrawal order. On the foreign scene, Guinea-Bissau military appoints General Horton Tam as country's new leader for 1 year. Good evening. This is News at 7 on Western Spring Television. My name is Damilola Raphael. Bandits have launched another deadly attack in Palaita Community, Erina Ward, rural local government area of Niger State, abducting 24 people, including pregnant women, from a rice farm. According to reports, the attackers struck at about 2 p.m. on Wednesday while residents were harvesting their crops, despite Palaita being only 5 kilometers from a military base in Erina. The bandits reportedly escaped with the victims before security personnel could respond. In a separate incident earlier that day, another group of armed men invaded the Kakuru community, also in Erina Ward, where they brutalized the blind resident and severed his right hand after taking a mobile phone from him. The Niger State Police being made to rescue the victims. The latest attack comes barely a week after gunmen abducted over 300 students and teachers from St. Mary's Catholic School in Papiri, Niger State on Friday. The incident occurred amidst the severe national security crisis in the last few days in some northern states, marked by frequent kidnappings for ransom. Meanwhile, the Kogi State Police Command has dismissed reports circulating on social media alleging that bandits have invaded Zango, Krosha, and Felele communities in Lokoja. A statement on Thursday by the command spokesperson, William Aya, described the reports as fake news aimed at causing panic among residents. The Commissioner of Police, CP Naziru Bello Kankarufi, warned those peddling rumors of bandit invasion to desist from spreading false alarms, causing unnecessary fears and panic among the good people of the state. He noted that security personnel, including the police mobile force and counter-terrorism units, had been deployed to strategic locations to ensure safety. Similar claims of planned bandit attacks have recently flooded various social media platforms. On Monday, the command also dismissed reports alleging heavy movement of bandits in the eastern part of the state, targeting schools and worship centers, insisting the allegations were unverifiable and lacked any iota of truth. In the meantime, the Senate has commenced the process of amending the nation's Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act as lawmakers pass the amendment bills through first reading during plenary today. The bill, sponsored by the Senate leader, Okpeyemi Bamidele, followed resolutions reached just 24 hours earlier when senators, during a heated debate on national insecurity, agreed on the need to classify kidnapping as terrorism punishable by the death penalty. The introduction of the amendment bill is expected to commence the process of altering concerns across the country. Meanwhile, the Senate has constituted an 18-member ad hoc committee to investigate the implementation of the Safe School Initiative, appointing Senator Orji Kalu as chairman. The constitution of the committee followed a recent resolution while lawmakers demanded a thorough investigation into the program. Senators had questioned how funds allocated to the initiative had been utilized, given the continued attacks on educational institutions across the country. Their concerns intensified after the deadly raid on the government comprehensive girls' secondary school, Maga, Kebbi State, where gunmen killed the vice principal and reportedly abducted 25 students. Meanwhile, the ad hoc committee has been mandated to conduct a thorough investigation and report.
Nothing is going to change unless we ourselves first change. And it's easier for us to identify with the call by Nigerians of Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief on the need to have a rejig or a further rejig. But I believe that we should start from inside. Sir, most respectfully, I refer you and our distinguished colleagues to Order 23 and Order 94 of our rules. And if I have your permission, sir, I will read.
The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, on Thursday said 11,566 police personnel have been recalled following the presidential directive to withdraw police officers from VIP protection. Egbetokun made the remarks while addressing the decision to recall officers from VIP security duties was not driven by sentiment, but by the urgent need to channel manpower to areas where public safety demands are highest. According to him, the move aligns with the core mandate of the Nigeria Police Force, which is the protection of citizens, communities, and public order. The IGP said large-scale population protection, intensified patrols, intelligence-led operations, and rapid response to emerging threats. He warns that the implementation of the VIP withdrawal directive would be carefully managed to prevent misinformation, impersonation, or exploitation by criminal elements. He noted that recent security the need to reposition the force and strengthen visibility and deterrence across the country.
We have already withdrawn 11,566 personnel. We have given directives for that. I have seen some things posted on the social media, misleading. People are quoting figures. Figures, I don't know where they got their figures, where they said that 120,000 policemen are attached to private individuals in Nigeria. These are lies. Not true. I don't know where they got their figure from. And that's the figure that's been brandished everywhere. That 120,000 policemen. How many are we in Nigerian police that would attach 120,000 to private individuals? The recent presidential directive that we should withdraw policemen from VIP protection made us to discover that 11 protection as at today in Nigerian police force. Of course, this is not the first time we are implementing this type of directive. Recently, I gave instruction that policemen should be withdrawn from private individuals, and those private individuals desirous of police protection should reapply, because we saw the need to profile these individuals that are applying for police protection, and we carried out that exercise. During that time, a number of policemen were withdrawn, many of them not reassigned before this presidential order came. So it's something that we have been doing. But the recent presidential order will make the implementation more effective. Now that it is presidential order, there won't be pressure on the IG. In fact, the presidential order is a cover to implement all this while. So you can see that the implementation is going to be more effective this time around, because I know that nobody is going to call IG again that, please, these are my people. No governor is going to call me, no minister is going to call me. Friends, my friends, I'm sure they are not going to put any pressure on any of my commissioners of police because they know that this is presidential order. So the implementation is going to be very effective this time around. And we are going to deploy these men to the areas where we need them. We are returning to our frontline police.
Jonathan is safe and has left Guinea-Bissau following the military coups that toppled the country's government. The spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimiebi Ebienfa, made this known in an interview with journalists in Abuja. Jonathan, who led the West African Elders Forum election observation mission, had been in the country monitoring last Sunday's president. In a joint statement on Wednesday, former president of Mozambique and head of the African Union election observation mission, Philippe Nyusi, the head of the Economic Community of West African States Election Observation Mission, Isifu Kamara, and Jonathan condemned the coup, describing it as a direct attempt to disrupt Guinea-Bissau's democratic process. They appealed for calm period, stressing the importance of preserving peace, stability, and the well-being of the Bissau-Guinean people. Also, the federal government condemned the coup in strong terms, warning that it represents a serious threat to democracy and regional stability. It describes the action as a violation of the ECOWAS Protocol on Democracy. Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, says the 13-kilometer Upper Karshi Road project has been awarded to a new contractor, SCC Nigeria Limited, following prolonged delays by the previous contractor, Qatar Engineering Limited. He disclosed this on Thursday after inspecting ongoing road projects in Karu, Road N20 in Gishiri, and they originally awarded to Messrs Qatar Engineering Limited in 2011 at a contract sum of 6.4 billion naira under former minister Bala Mohammed with a 20-month completion timeline. However, 14 years later, the project remained uncompleted. During an inspection of the project in September 2024, Wike had questioned the contractor's capacity, blaming the prolonged delay on political interference. But addressing journalists on Thursday, Wike confirmed that the contract had now been terminated and re-awarded under an emergency arrangement. The family of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has raised the alarm that an Abuja court has declined to issue a production warrant that would have enabled the Sokoto Correctional Facility to bring him to the Federal Capital Territory on Friday to perfect his appeal documents. The spokesperson for the family and Kanu's younger brother, Emma Kanu, disclosed that the Abuja High Court had issued a summons to Nnamdi Kanu to appear on November 28 at the Federal High Court in Abuja for the settlement of records regarding the appeal he filed prior to the November 20 judgment. A production warrant is a mandatory order that authorizes prison authorities to convey an inmate from detention to the courtroom. Emma Kanu therefore appealed to the judiciary to issue the production warrant to the Sokoto Correctional Facility to ensure that his brother, Kanu, is allowed to be in Abuja for the matter. Kanu was handed a life imprisonment sentence following his conviction for an alleged terrorism by an Abuja High Court on November 20 and was subsequently transferred to the Sokoto Correctional Facility. Some yet to be identified assailants attacked a joint police patrol team along the Abatete Ezewele Road in the Idemili North local government area of Anambra State on Wednesday. The incident reportedly caused panic in the area as it led to a shootout between the policemen and the assailants. Videos from the scene currently trending on social media shows the vehicle on fire while residents scampered for safety. The spokesperson for the Anambra State Police Command, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, confirmed the incident in the press statement, saying the suspects engaged the patrol teams but were successfully repelled. He added that no civilian casualties were recorded. Here in Osun State, as Governor Ademola Adeleke says to the people since he assumed office. Western Spring spoke to bigwigs from both political divides on his achievements and shortcomings. Joseph Atewe reports.
You would recall that Governor Ademola Adeleke campaigned with a 5-point agenda which consists of prioritization of public workers' welfare, salaries, gratuities and pensions, boosting the state's economy through facilitating business loans to market women, youth and artisans, and using money generated to serve the people through homegrown infrastructure policy. More prominently on the campaign trail was prompt payment of workers' salaries, and ensuring the safety of the people of Osun becomes his #1 priority. As the governor celebrates 3 years in office today, we spoke to political stakeholders. Commissioner for Information and Strategy in Osun State, Oluomo Sunday Akere, he described Adeleke's administration in the past 3 years as a waste of time and nothing to write home about. He disclosed that the only minimal development Governor Adeleke's administration achieved is the construction of bridges, while also describing it as a cosmetic project done for political expediency.
When we put down the agendas, the promises that the governor made when he was sworn in 27th November 2022, to me as an opposition member, he has not delivered. One, is it in the area of healthcare that you will say they've delivered? Is it in the area of education that we say they have delivered? Is it in commerce? Is it in agriculture? Is it in social and rural development? The only place where you can see minimal development and changes is in the bridges that they are doing. And those bridges are cosmetic projects. When you say cosmetic projects, they are projects that are being done for political expediency.
Furthermore, Honorable Akere condemned claims that Governor Adeleke's administration has employed 5,000 teachers in the state, stating in clear terms that the educational sector is nothing to write home about since Governor Ademola Adeleke assumed office. Honorable Akere also alleged that Governor Adeleke's administration only commits its time to eroding the legacy of the previous administration, while the governor flies around the world with alleged public funds.
I watched a video some 3 weeks ago where the governor said he has recruited 5,000 teachers in Osun. For goodness sake, we should ask them. They should point to 2, 3, 4, 5 of them that were employed by the administration. It is all politics. It is all politics. What the governments have committed and dedicated their time to doing is ensuring that they find ways of eroding or rubbishing the legacies of the APC administration that they took over from. Today, you hardly see the governor in the state for 2 weeks in a month. Probably because of the huge allocation that is coming, junkets in around the globe. Go and look at the budget of the office of the governor and see how much that they have been spending, even within the 6 months in the year.
In his reaction, the spokesperson to Governor Ademola Adeleke, Malam Olawale Rashid, stated that the governor has surpassed the 5-point agenda he gave during his inauguration, which called across health, education, agricultural sectors, among others. He also debunked the assertion by the opposing party that Adeleke's administration has not paid the promised worker salaries, saying that the administration has reduced Osun debt profile, paid 28 months salary owed by previous administration, and almost 70 billion naira pension has been paid for years.
The governor has more than surpassed the achievement of those 5-point agenda. The first one was about workers' welfare, and he has done so much about it: payment of pensions, payment of salary arrears, the form of the public service, local content that ensure that public projects are implemented through local content activities like patronizing local contractors and patronizing local suppliers. He has done so much across the sector. If we are to take it one by one, this is a governor that has paid more than 28 months. It's almost rounding up. Pension is almost 70 billion paid. It's almost rounding up. If you cannot shameful enough to not come and say he has not paid all. What the governor said during the debate was that he will make sure he clear those, and he's clearing them. They refuse to pay pension. They refuse to pay half salaries. Now, Governor Adeleke has paid pension almost 70 billion now. He has paid half salary. When we came on board, it's almost 30 billion they were owing. He has paid almost 28 months, and he has paid more. He has enrolled pensioners.
Speaking on the delayed teachers' recruitment process and other promises which has passed the halfway mark, the spokesperson to the governor claimed that the delay is as a result of the withheld allocation, stating that it has slowed the administration down as, according to him, the delayed allocation caters for a lot. He also disclosed that a resolution has been taken and the number of teachers to be recruited will be released as soon as possible.
The allocation crisis started February, March. It started early this year. Normally, when things like that happen, it disrupted the whole plan. If you are supposed to be at the speed of 30 meters per so, you have to slow down because you don't have to ration the resources. One, the governor has ensured that payment of salaries is ongoing without hindrance.
As Governor Ademola Adeleke celebrates 3 years in office today, his administration has been marked by starkly contrasting assessments by political stakeholders. According to his spokesperson, his administration has seen significant debt reduction, a safer Osun under his watch, and infrastructure projects, while the opposition criticizes performance as lacking substantial impacts. Joseph Atewe, Western Spring Television News.
Governor Ademola Adeleke's advice with residents praising a surge in infrastructure projects while expressing criticism in some of the sectors of the state. Tobi Sanusi spoke to a cross-section of residents in Osun State. He spoke on the achievements and shortfalls of Governor Adeleke's administration in the last 3 years.
Governor Ademola Adeleke, who stormed to November of that year, mapped out 5-point agenda that would drive his administration, which include workers' welfare, boosting state economy, implementing homegrown infrastructure policy, affordable healthcare, and agro-based industrialization. 3 years on, a cross-section of Osun State residents grade his performance, highlighting significant strides in infrastructure amid some frustrations in other sectors. In Osogbo, the Osun State capital, the dualization of the old garage Okefia-Lameko Junction, the construction of the Okefia flyover bridge, and the rehabilitation of a number of inner roads have been a major talking point for many. For some residents like Fatai Babatunde, Omoni Yolagbenjo, and Adewumi Ogunwole, the most tangible evidence of the Adeleke administration is the push in infrastructure, particularly road construction and rehabilitation, coupled with workers.
The infrastructure, everybody can see now. This is Okefia now. You cannot compare it with the former, with what has been the way it was last time. But we thank him for giving us this standard bridge. Concerning the health issue, because most of the people we engage on the OIS, and then we thank him for that one. Although that OIS started from the former governor, but this one extended to the pensioner and many others, which is very good for the.
Our trial. Gani torí àìmọye ìjọba méjì wọ́n fún ní owó tí wọ́n ti bá sọ pé táìmù pé wọ́n gba owó ọtí wọ́n bá ṣe kí la fẹ́ ṣe fún wọn sáfẹ́ mú wọn níbọ̀ wọ́n ṣe ojú ọ̀nà tó dáa ojú ọ̀nà yẹn ó wà pa inú wa dínà mọ́.
a rí i pé lákòókò ìgan àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba wọn ń gbádùn nípa ti owó oṣù wọn. It
would be recalled that Governor Adeleke had in October 2023 rolled out a 100 billion naira infrastructural plan, which include the construction of 5 flyovers across the state, with 2 being sited in Osogbo, the 3 others in Ikirun, Ife, and Hede within a year. However, the governor has so far fallen short of this promise, as only the flyover in Okefia, Osogbo, is set to be commissioned. Mr. Babatunde also hopes for the continuation of Governor Adeleke's administration to ensure the delivery of projects embarked upon.
Well, we pray that if this man can go a long way, maybe spend another 4 years for this one to complement what has been done with this one now. We thank God that everybody will be looking fine.
Meanwhile, Governor Adeleke's second-term projection has been marred by defection rumors, but some of these